This week we all flew down to Nicaragua to finally start building our eco hostel, El Coco Loco. Lindsay, my girlfriend, and some of Ben's friends came down to help as well, which is awesome because we need all the help we can get. Ben actually came down a couple weeks ahead of us to get things started, and we planned to have our first cabana done by the time we got here. Turns out he's way behind schedule, and we're actually really nervous about what we're going to accomplish on this trip. We actually got a call a couple days ago from him telling us that we better rent a house. So we do have a place to stay up there, but we're very nervous to see what he's built. And we also need to launch our community program as soon as possible. The people are really looking forward to it, and we got to get a business up and running so we can start making some money. Hopefully by the time we leave Nicaragua in a couple weeks, we'll have a few pieces of our hostel built. But it is Nicaragua, so anything can happen. So 5 years ago we decided that we wanted to build a hostel. We were backpacking all over the place at the time, and we're loving it. We're in Guatemala at this little lakeside hostel, and we were laying there one night and decided that we wanted to open up our own business. About 3 months after that we got to Nicaragua. Fell in love with the place right away. It's been very, very frustrating since then, and I'm not sure I really remember anymore why we're building this, but hopefully we actually get to live the dream that we've always wanted to when it's all said and done. So I flew down here with Lindsay and actually met Earl in the airport. Pretty much met up coming through customs. So we jumped in a cab together, drove over to meet Ben at Managua Backpackers Inn, which is a relatively new hostel. Probably would have got out of the city a little quicker, but there's a election next week for mayor, and we got caught up in a whole bunch of different chaotic parades.
That being said, we got up here pretty quickly because we got probably the 2 fastest cab drivers in the country.
Yeah! I've known Ben for probably about 12 years now. Bottom line, he's a great guy. He's got a heart of gold. He's an Orton. Seems to be a family trait.
Today, we got about 30 minutes before we're done.
Earl, what can I say about Earl? That's the word I always use about Earl. Like, he's not like a scaredy cat, but he's always afraid to go ahead, you know what I mean? Overly thinks things. An overthinker. He's gonna hate me for saying that, but...
You snoozed for a little while in the back. I tried to close my eyes, but I was right behind the driver, so I could see the danger he was putting us in.
It's an interesting role that I play in the middle of those two because they kind of battle it out every once in a while.
Yeah, and whenever I would close my eyes, I would think how I tried to put my seatbelt on, but I didn't have a buckle, and he was wearing his seatbelt.
I wasn't sleeping, I was praying, you know. It's a little scary to go to look at. We made it. We did make it. In record time.
Record time.
We roll up to our house that we've rented and paid good money for, and show up, and the caretaker had absolutely no idea who we were, why we were here, or that we'd rented the place, and pretty much told us to take a hike.